Good day, everybody. Welcome back to the flight sim and the flight deck. We're back here in Edinburgh. The aircraft has been serviced while it was here. Engines have been serviced. The props, fluids are all topped up on the aircraft, and we're ready to bring her back down to London Heathrow, where we're going to stage it for our series of contracts, which are going to take us from London all the way down to Cape Town, South Africa, and that series starts on Monday. Flying alongside in the other DC-6 cargo is Kevin. They're in the Irish Air Freight Systems livery. And again, we're up here in Edinburgh, where it's pretty windy actually. So let's get inside the aircraft and we will make sure that we are good to go. So we're all on board. Myself and Roger at the controls and Fred, our engineer. So we're going to fold the stairs up and then we can power up the aircraft and start getting her ready to go. We're going to be pretty much following the same route we flew up here, but in reverse, back down to London. So there's the stairs up. We'll get that door closed as well. Make it a little bit quieter. There we go. So the parking brakes are confirmed on, so we can get the wheel chocks and pitot covers off as well at the moment. Come on, there we go. So that is all done. So with that in place, we can come over to the artificial flight engineer and we'll run our before start checklist, and hopefully there's no problems with it bugging out like it did last time. Not sure why it gave us those flap issues, but it might have been part of the button problems we're having with the Yoke, but I've remapped some of those buttons over to the throttle quadrant, so we'll see what happens.
Cockpit pre-flight. Completed. Voice recorder.
Alright, so while he's doing that, we'll take a quick look at the weather. Winds are currently 15 knots out of 250, so we're going to be using runway 24. Skies are pretty clear, a few clouds in the distance. 10 miles of visibility, and 1009 is the pressure. So we're going to zoom down here and dial that in to 1009. I'll do that on both sides.
Doors and hatches.
There, that will be there. Make sure we got it on the line.
Closed.
There we go.
Door warning lights. Out. Gear pins. Removed. 3 on board. Seat belts and pedals.
So while he's once again going through that, we will pop up top. We'll get our radio set up.
Sit to idle.
So we have the GPS. That is going to be a backup. We'll see how it reacts this time. So radio 2, we're going to tune to 121.5. That is the... come on.
Before start checks complete. Start engines.
Let's get this over 121.5. Got to be careful again. The mouse wheel is very sensitive to that downward pressure. 121.5. So we'll get that on the standby. There's our route out of here. It's in. And if we take a look at our waypoints, we'll leave that there. We'll zoom out a little bit. You see, we're going to be heading off to TLA as our first point, as we can see there. Alright, so that is set. COM 1, we're going to set over to 122.8. And we'll switch that over, and now we're going to tile in. We do have ground online at 121.755. So we'll set that to 755 and 121. That is ground frequency. And we are set there. Alright, with that done and set, we can now come back over here and we can start getting ready to go. So with that light starting to come down. We're going to turn on the interior lights here just to make sure we're fully illuminated. And everything else is good. So let's check the ATIS here. I won't tune it in. I'll just give it a read. Runway and USIS 24 transition level is 7,500. Surface winds are 260 at 15 knots. Visibility 10 kilometers. Few clouds at 2,800 feet. Temperature 15. Dew point 11. QNH 1008. Acknowledge receipt of information. Golf. And advise aircraft type on first contact. All right, so let's come up here. We will switch the radio over. And we are good to...
Tuna 216 from Port J, there's nothing much I can do with you about that. Either you need to take that flight plan, or you're just going to have to disconnect and then reconnect once you get up the SID, sorry.
Tuna 216, okay, stand by again, please.
Edinburgh ground, good evening. This is Caribou 32 over on the East Apron. We're DC-6. We have information Gulf looking for IFR clearance down to London.
Caribou 32, Edinburgh ground, good evening. Clear to London Heathrow with Tally 6 Charlie departure, squawk 7607.
7607. Roger, confirm that was runway 24 departure, and we're squawking 7607.
Caribou 32, correct, son, it's just a Tally 6 Charlie departure.
Roger, we're unable to do SIDS and stars in this aircraft, so we're going to need just vectors to the first VOR.
Caribou 32, standby.
All right, let's get the squawk in 7607. And we'll leave that on standby. And still having connection issues with my Yoke for the buttons, so keyboard and stuff I've rebound over to the throttle quadrant.
And ground box 553, do you have our clearance?
That's a non-RNAV SID. Is it?
Box 553, I take it it's the same if you can't take a SID, is that correct? Negative, Tally 6 Charlie is non-RNAV departure, please take. Roger, box 553, clear to London Heathrow with Tally 6 Charlie departure, squawk 6477. Thank you very much, clear to Heathrow by Tally 6 Charlie, squawk 6477, squawk 553. Box 553, read back correct.
Let me just check that SID then. Non-jet or aircraft leaving. Yeah, ground Caribou 32. Just reviewing that SID, we should be able to manually comply with it.
Caribou 32 second.
Yeah, we just reviewed that SID. We should be able to manually comply with it, so we can accept the departure SID that you gave us.
Caribou 32, Roger, you clear to London Heathrow over the Tally 6 Charlie departure, squawk 7607.
Roger, Tally 6 Charlie and squawking 7607, Caribou 32. All right, let's get the...
Caribou 32, read back correct.
Let's get the NDB frequency in of 368. .368 is in. There we go. So that is set up, and We'll dial in that first
And ground box
VOR,
553, down 211, ready for engine start.
113.8.
Box 553, start off approved, report ready for taxi.
Thank you very much, we'll go. Box 553.
No, we want to go down here, and my mouse is a little bit wandery today. 113.8, so that is now in. And we're going to be wanting a 165 heading on that. So we're going to pop back down here. And we're going to go to 165. And that will be our intercept on that frequency. There we go.
Tuner 216, we accept the new
165,
routing.
that's set, and we are set, and there's that VOR. All right.
Shooter 216, roger, you are cleared to destination Montana 6 Charlie departure, squawk 5663.
Okay, fuel is all set, and as mentioned, we are good for engine start. In Edinburgh, ground Caribou 32, ready for engine start.
Caribou 32, engine start off approved, report ready for taxi.
And Roger will report ready for taxi, Caribou 32. All right, so coming down here, mixture is up.
Chinook 21 Papa Golf, Edinburgh ground, good day, you are ready for C5.
Magnetos are set to both.
Chinook 2 Papa Golf.
Selector is set to engine 3. Fuel pump is set to engine 3. And cranking 3.
Chinook 21 Papa Golf, cleared to Palma de Mallorca over the Gotham 1 Charlie departure, squawk 6402.
9.
Good Palma, Gotham 1 Charlie departure, squawk 6402, Chinook 2 Papa Golf.
Chinook 21 Papa Golf, feedback correct. Tuner 216, Edinburgh ground.
Tuner 216,
Alright.
cleared to Carter, departed
Looking
TLA
good.
6 Charlie, squawk 5663.
And there's mixture 2.
Tuner
Rich.
216, feedback correct, and over measures your flight plan.
Mags are on both. Low power pressure fuel pumps are on. Engine start selector number 4. Cranking engine 4.
3. 9. 12.
All right, good start on engine 4. Engine 4 is coming up. Start her off. Now for engine 2. Magnetos on both, fuel pump to low, start selector number 2, starting engine number 2. Good so far. Looks like they did good work on the service.
12.
Alright, that's clicked off, and we can come down here to engine 1. Mixture's up. Not sure what was going on with my views there. Hit a button and it kind of went haywire. It's 1, pumps are on. So pumps, starter, eggs, mixture, cranking, engine 1.
3. 6. 9. 12.
12 blades. And that's a good start. That's all 4 engines now up and running.
Edinburgh ground, good evening. Julie Golf 192 is with you at Charlie 1, looking for taxi to the Turnhouse apron.
So we're going to have a 6,000 foot limit on the departure until TLA, and then we'll climb out from there. It's 30 miles to TLA track.
Taxi via Lima Mike to the Turnhouse apron, Julie Golf 192.
That's all fine. So there's all the engines up and everything is running.
Ryanair 330, request pushback and start.
So we're going to come over here to our engineer and we'll do the after start
Ryanair
checklist.
330 is done, 7 pushing start approved, face west.
Ryanair 330, push and start approved, face west.
Battery switch.
Ryanair 330, Discord last message, face east please.
Generators and inverters.
Engines back to full idle.
Face east, Ryanair 320.
Armed. Ground power.
Ground, box 530, ready for taxi.
Removed. After start checks complete.
All right.
Box 553, taxi straight ahead, hold Sierra 1.
We're going to
Thanks for the air, hold
turn
Sierra 1,
our
550.
lights on just because it's getting a little bit dark out there. I thought these were 3-position lights. Oh, they are. Okay.
Trainer 261, gate 02, requesting pushback.
Goes on.
216 stand to push and start approved, face north.
So Kevin's got a hold at Sierra 1.
Cleared
Ah,
to pushback facing north, Trainer 216.
Edinburgh ground, Caribou 32, ready for taxi.
Caribou 32, hold position.
Roger, holding position. Oh, little aircraft just went by.
Box 553, taxi, Honeycomb Delta 1, runway 24 by Mark and Alpha.
Thank you very much, holding by Delta 1, runway 24 by Mike Alpha, box 550.
Caribou 32, taxi, Honeycomb Delta 1, runway 24 by Mark and Alpha.
Retro taxiing to holding point Delta 3 via Sierra Mike Alpha, Caribou 32. Alright, parking brakes released. Let's get this thing out and going. Now we are empty, so we're going to be pretty light. So we're going to Delta 3. I don't have my usual views here, unfortunately. So I'm going to be doing a lot of mouse movements like this. Alright, that's us on the mic. What we're going to do is come down here, switch over to red light.
Ryanair 330 is ready for taxi.
Ryanair 330, taxi, Hollywood Alpha 16 by Foxtrot Alpha.
Ryanair 330, taxi to Alpha 16 via Foxtrot Alpha.
Just making sure my views are set. Alright, so we're heading to Delta 3. And the Ryanair is going to be coming up behind us from the left.
Box 553, monitor Nicole 122 decimal 8. Goodbye.
Welcome to the car, 122, it's box 558. Thanks for the HC and have a good night.
Ground good evening again, Ryanair 1 Papa Juliet stand 25 information calls request clearance to Cork.
Ryanair 1 Papa Juliet, Edinburgh ground, good evening, stand by.
Don't see him there.
Edinburgh ground, Cranwell 20, ready check.
Fanboy 30, Edinburgh ground, good evening, you're Ruby C5. Caribou 32, Honeycomb 122.8, goodbye.
1228 for Caribou 32, good day. Alright, let's quickly pop up. Do the switch. Pop down. Roll up, we'll do the before takeoffs.
Boost pumps. Boost pumps on low. Fuel
Edinburgh
selector
traffic
cross feed.
553, take position runway 24 at Delta 1, we're departing on the Charlie 6 Charlie.
Off and cold. Hydraulic system. Down, forward, pressure and quantity checked. Okay. Flaps 20.
There go the flaps.
Flaps set 20. Windows and turbine. Closed and on. Controls. Gust lock released. Free. Potato. On. Mixture and cowl flaps. Region locked. Set. Transponder. On. Landing lights. Extended and on. Before takeoff checks complete.
There we go. So once again, we're very late, so we're going to do a dry takeoff. Edinburgh area traffic, Caribou 32, take position runway 24, holding for 2 minutes for separation from departing aircraft. Alright. Watching the clock. I'm going to move out now. Hear that jet coming up behind us. Again, we're going to be aiming for 6,000 feet. Alright, brakes are set.
Edinburgh traffic box 553, currently 1,000 foot and outbound on the Charlie 6 Charlie.
Transfer traffic, shuttle 6 limit descending eastbound 600 to 7,000 inbound ladder. From ladder expecting heading 060 island.
Kevin's climbing out. There's 2 minutes. Dry takeoff.
30 inches stabilized. 30 inches stabilized.
Apparently I'm going to be higher than Kevin. He's got a load on.
30 inches stabilized. Cowl flaps. Cowl flaps. Cowl flaps set. Full power, please. Going full power. Full power set.
Edinburgh area traffic, Caribou 32 departing runway 24 on the Tango Lima Alpha 6 Charlie departure. It's 80 knots, accelerating quickly, 100 knots, adding in back pressure.
Missouri, gear up. Gear selected up.
Gear coming up, bring that nose.
Gear up, lights out. Flaps up. Flaps going up.
Turn that on and
Edinburgh traffic, Ryanair 330 is
gyro
lining
pilot
up
going.
on 24 for departure.
Meter power. Setting meter power, 48 inches, 2600 RPM.
Alright, not sure why she's trying to turn.
Meter power set. Climb power. Setting climb power.
There we go, getting back on course. So we're about 165, that's where we want it. Flaps are retracted. Climb power coming in. Bring that nose down a little bit. There's a little bit of a power reduction there for climb.
Climb power set. After takeoff checklist, please.
Edinburgh traffic, Unit 16 is running on runway 24 for departure.
After takeoff checks complete.
Edinburgh traffic, Ryanair 330, runway 24 is now vacated.
Our after takeoff checklist complete. Just checking where Kevin is. Still heading towards that MDB. Heading towards the needle for the intercept. Heading towards 6,000 feet for our restricted altitude.
Edinburgh traffic, Unit 16 taking off on runway 24, the Tango Lima Alpha 6 Charlie departure. Edinburgh traffic.
We're gonna nose down a little bit, get that climb rate down.
Ryanair 330, Edinburgh traffic, I forgot
There's
to
the
mention
NDB.
I'm on the Gotham 1 Charlie departure.
Edinburgh traffic box 553, currently 5,000 foot, 18 miles inbound Tala. We're doing a speed of 165 now, final call to Edinburgh.
It's 5,500 feet. We're going to switch over to the tracking the localizer, and there's the turn.
Glasgow traffic, shuttle 6 in a direct descent to fix runway 23 for the island 23 approach. Glasgow.
We're down to 500 feet per minute. Beautiful evening out here in southern Scotland. Just watching as we come around, watching that 6,000 feet. A couple notches downwards. Not too much. We want to keep a couple hundred feet going until we get to that 6,000. There we go, starting to turn on to the VOR. And there's 6,000 feet. So we're going to altitude hold. should be turning towards TLA. Not sure why we're not. Let's do that manually. Edinburgh area traffic, Caribou 32, inbound TLA VOR, 18 miles, final broadcast for Edinburgh. We are on the proper frequency, 1138. That's okay, we'll fly her in this way. There we go. We'll center her up. We're going to pop over here, grab our next frequency at TLA. It's the pole VOR of 112.1, and it's going to be at a heading of 170. Back up here, and we will dial that in 112.1. That is now set up and ready to switch over when we get there. 11 miles away.
Cross the traffic show, 6 Charlie, about to stand for 360 knots.
Bring this around. And tell it to follow the localizer. Let's see how she does. See if it gets me onto that radial. Looks like London's coming online. Well, London South is anyway. Kind of right on the boundary for the airport. Still going to finish our climb to 17,000 feet, which is our cruise for today. And that'll be once we go through TLA. Here's Kevin. It's 4 miles. I think that's Kevin. No, that's somebody else. It's British Airways. Alright, we're going to pop up overhead. We are going to, actually, we're going to come down here. We're going to switch over to gyro mode. Basically straight and level. We're going to switch that one over to 112.1. We're going to want a 158 degree radial. About there. We're picking it up at 115 miles. We'll turn that over to the localizer. See if it makes the turn, and we are going to start climbing again. So the altitude hold will come off. We're going to bring her up to about 900 feet per minute. There's the turn. Coming onto the radial. Now we're going to bring that speed slowly back until we're up to about a 170 on our cruise, which will give us a good climb rate. Something else I forgot once again. Let's come over to the cheeks here. We're going to want to set our pressurization for 17,000 feet. Always seem to be forgetting to do this. There we go. 17,000 feet gives us a 6,000 foot pressurization inside the cabin. Yeah, I'm outbound as well. Doing my climb to 17,000. I'm just coming up on 7,000 feet. Transition 7.5, but we're going to pass through that, so we'll dial back over to .1013. Let's get both of them over to 1013. There we go. And what we can do now is zoom out a little bit. And this is just a reference that I'm using. Again, we're actually navigating via the VORs. Of course, courtesy of Kevin, who's doing all the flight planning for us. Get that out of the way for now. Let's keep her climbing up. We're still going pretty quickly, so we can notch up a bit more. And again, we are fairly light, so we should climb pretty good. So we get about a 1,500 foot per minute climb. There we go. We'll hold her about there. And again, we are tracking inbound on the pole VOR. That's the longest leg we have, 114 miles. So again, we're going to be running this route on weekdays, Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays when I'm available. I'm not available next Tuesday, Wednesday, so we'll be Monday, Friday next week. But it'll be the first two legs, and we're taking the aircraft here all the way down to Cape Town, South Africa. So it'll be a number of legs as we head down that way. It should be pretty good. There's 10,000 feet. So it looks like Heathrow approach is up. And it looks like, interestingly, I'm about to pass Kevin. I haven't already done so. There he is. Of course, we're lighter, a little bit faster. It's 11,000 feet. So 17,000 feet, we're going to want to come down at London Heathrow. Probably they have a platform altitude of 2,500, so we'll call that 3,000. So we're going to lose 14,000 feet. So 5 miles per thousand, that's 50 plus another 4. That's 20, that's 70. It's about 80 miles out or so we're going to begin our descent. And we can moderate from there. We'll see how much ATC is on when we get down there. Heathrow director is up. Let's see if anyone's up on the ground or tower or anything. Tower's online. No. Yes. North approach is up. Tower is up. So let me get those frequencies. So approach is 119730. Tower is 118505. We'll do a quick ATIS read. So they're landing on 27 right. Winds, surface winds. Winds are almost straight down the runway. Temperatures, tower is open. Departing aircraft initial contact. Pilots are to exercise caution when maneuvering on runway holding areas. Wind shear clearance is not assured. Acknowledge. Receipt of information. Yankee aircraft type current and current QNH on first contact with Heathrow. Okay. So we're going to switch our runway. 27 right. We're going to go final. And then it's going to be a frequency of 110.3. 27 right is 110.3 on a heading of 269 degrees. That's 15,500 feet. We're still climbing at about 1,300 feet per minute. Kevin's back there somewhere. Alright, so that's where things stand at the moment. Coming up for 17,000 feet, so we're going to start easing forward on our rate of climb. Ideally, when we engage the altitude hold, we want to be below 500 foot per minute climb rate. That nose down a little bit more. That's about right. And we'll just let her climb up to 17,000. Seem to be getting that wind. Kevin was talking about that. We got a bit of a crab going here. That's what the ATIS says. 27 left departure, 27 right arrival. $17,000 feet, altitude hold is on. Let the speed climb up a little bit more and then we'll do our cruise checks. Definitely got a bit of a push going up here. Alright, so we're almost 200 knots, so we're going to do our cruise check.
Set cruise power, please. City cruise power.
Props are coming back.
Cruise power is set.
Going to switch into auto lean. We'll see our fuel flow drop. There they go. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Cruise checks are complete.
And we're in cruise. We're burning about 600 pounds per engine per hour, which is what we should be burning in cruise. Speed's about 200 knots. We actually have a ground speed of 263 knots. So we're doing pretty good. And we're 70 miles out of the POL VOR. Alright, so back up here, we are going to set the next VOR frequency, which is the TNT VOR, so that's going to be 115.7. So staying on the bottom here, we're going to set 115.7, so we're going to go to 115 and bring that down to 7. So that is now set in as the next VOR. Hey Liam, how you doing? And that is going to be off on a heading of 170 as well. So the heading will stay the same. We'll just switch over on the VOR. We will have to go to gyro and then back to localizer just to make sure that it doesn't error out. But we're doing good. Cruising along here. There we are. Sun is going down. Got the mood setting as well. Very nice. We're in Blackpool area here in northern England. No, I'm doing very well. There's Kevin down there, cruising along. Kevin, what's your ground speed? Oh, you did the trip? Excellent. Glad to hear it went well for you. .244. Okay, yeah, I still got a little bit on you. I guess that's me being light with nothing on board. Okay, so we're gonna look at the winds right now. I'm gonna pull up the wind barbs and just see what we're facing. So the wind is out of the right. If I go to 170, oh, they've changed the interface here. So 170, they're actually not that strong here. They're only about 5 knots. Well, oh, that's not right, actually. They're more than that. Or are they? Yeah, they're about 40 knots. Forty, 45 knots. Not really a tailwind, it's almost a direct crosswind, so that's hence the bit of a 15-20 degree crab angle we got going on here. I'm glad to hear it went well for you. Went well for you there, Liam. We got my 3 trips out of the way there, and they went well. No, it shows like 5 knots at 17,000, but at 16 and 18 it's about 45. So It's I'd say it's reading wrong at 17,000. So 45 knots seems to be it, and it's about a 90-degree crosswind. Molly's doing well. She's lying on the ground beside me, and she's a very happy puppy. She's just doing a big stretch. It's been raining all day. The rains are stopping now, so once we're down and got the aircraft put away, we'll be heading out for a bit of a pre-dinner walk around the block, which in my case is about 2 kilometers. As much as I'm like, yeah, she's flying right down by the rudder pedals, watching over everything. So yeah, no more trips for me for about 5 weeks now. I think we're down to. Again, leaving again towards the end of September, but we're got a good few weeks of streams coming up. Again, no streams next Tuesday, Wednesday. My niece is coming to stay with me. We're having the local chapter of the Royal Canadian Astronomical Society is setting up the telescopes in the local park, and she's really getting into astronomy and science and the planet. So she's going to come spend the night with me. And we're going to go off and look through the telescopes at what we can see. We should have a good time there. Let's do an engine scan, or an instrument panel scan. So we can look here, the EP is 150 across the board, which is correct. Fuel pressures are all looking good there. Manifold pressures are all the same and even. Fuel flow just above 600. We're a little bit higher up than we were coming up, so it's good. So, but that's well within where it should be. Oil pressures are looking very good, along with the oil temperatures. Outside air temperature is -10, and speaking of which, that means we got to go up here and turn on the heater. Just make sure we don't ice. Flat positions are up. RPMs are set and equal across all 4 engines. If we pop up here and look down, cylinder head temperatures are reading equal. Water pressure, we didn't use the injectors, so should be good. Yeah, she's looking forward to it. She's 13 and really getting into the sciencey stuff, so she's excited. Plus, she gets to see Molly for a while. Carb air temperatures are all good as well. We pop over to the other cheek here, we can see our pressurization is good. It is ended up, it's fine. We're at the 6,000 foot cabin pressure, as you can see here, and the differential is good as well, and everything else is looking good. Here the sun is going down, getting dark. There's the moon, and we are all good. So on nav 2, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tune in the London VOR 113.6. It is not going to be used for landing or anything, but it is just going to be a needle reference. So that's 113.6 is in. This is COM 2, and we're on the guard channel over there. Win-win, yeah. Being with me and being with Molly and seeing the stars. Cupcake is a rapper, kind of like Lizzo. I don't know any of those names. Sorry. Alright, so we're coming along very well. Everything is good. The ADF is tuned in. We don't have an ADF we can tune in down near London that we're going to be using. Let me just double check that. Let me just go see. No. So that's fine. It's not like we need it. Alright, and again, we're running on VATSim. We don't have any controllers where we are at the moment, but Heathrow Approach is online and Heathrow Tower is online. That's fine, you don't want to know them? Yeah, okay. So that is good. So we're going to be landing on the north side. So we're actually parking on the cargo apron down on the south side. So we're going to have a bit of a taxi. We'll be heading down. If you take a look at the airport, have to go around the big Terminal 1, Terminal 2 complex. Probably down Foxtrot or Echo, and then cross over 27 left and take us down into the cargo area there. We'll see what happens. "25 miles from the pole VOR. That's looking good. We're coming up to the Manchester area, by the way. That's the Manchester lights over there. We got Sheffield and all that good Northern England towns here. At 265 knot ground speed. We are looking good. Again, having those issues with the Yoke, and pretty much lost all the buttons on the Yoke, so I've had to remap some of them using a combination of keyboard and Honeycomb Bravo buttons. But we'll make do. Does kind of limit some of my views. There's Kevin. But it's all looking good. Again, we are empty. No cargo on board. It's just the empty aircraft as we bring her back down to London after its service in Edinburgh. So DTY is about 45 miles away from London Heathrow direct, but we are going to be going around a little bit. So we'll probably start our descent 45, 55, 65, I said I wanted 80. Maybe 10 miles before DTY, and then we'll see where approach is going to call us, or when we call approach, what's going on. Holding good. There's 15 miles. Alright, on the next one, we're going to want to head at a heading of 168 to DTY. Actually, no, it's not 168 to DTY. We're heading to TNT. And that means we want 170. Ah, that's right. We're just going to do the heading switch over. You got Mars? I think that's Mars. Right there? Could be. Now I gotta double check. I think SimFX puts in Aurora. That could be Jupiter. SimFX puts in Aurora. I gotta make sure the other one that I have is disengaged. We're kind of far south and it's not very active right now. Red one, yeah. That could be. Pretty cool if it is. Alright, so we move over to this side. Over here on Roger's side, we take a look out. We can see there's the Manchester area coming up. Of course, Manchester Airport, where we had the little bit of flight simmer gathering back in early July. Yeah, I can't remember what it's called. I'm going to have to go search for it. Yeah, we were all gathered there. Good day of plane spotting and drinking beer and having lunch and telling lies.
Just traffic 74 Tango Charlie, chasing right onto the downwind for the Alpha. 1 Mike arrival, right.
So Kevin, I did a airport search on flightsim.to for the first 4 or 5 airports we're going to run in the series, and I really didn't find any decent freeware airports or airport improvements, unless you find something that I missed. There doesn't seem to be much. A bunch of stuff adding in like GSX stuff or ATC pilot or military aircraft down in Gibraltar, but nothing really for the airport itself. So I think for those first few we should be okay. Alright, so we're 3 miles out, so I am going to switch back over to regular gyro. Yeah, I know there's good paywares, but for one-offs, don't feel like paying it really. So we're going to switch over now to 115.7, which is the Trent VOR. Going to keep the same heading of 170, and you can see the needle coming in as we approach the VOR. 43 miles away. So we'll turn when we get. I'm assuming there's a good one for Gibraltar. I mean, that would be an obvious one.
And man, see you picture my colleague satisfied us by 10 miles.
Alright, so that's us over the pole VOR, so we will there we go. See the aircraft down there at Manchester doing their thing. There's the airport. And dealing with that wind push we've got going. Interesting seeing the different directions these lights are going in. It shouldn't really be doing that, you would think. But that's okay. 36 miles down to the next one. Trent VOR, and looking up the next frequency we need after that is the DTY, which is 116.4. 116.4. 116.4 is in. Heading we're going to be wanting on that one will be 168. So pretty close to where we are now. Quick fuel check. 1100. Basically 1100 per engine. That's 44. We're burning 600 per, so we've got just under 2 hours of fuel, and we have
traffic Gen 4 Tango Charlie turning right base.
About 30 minutes of flying time left, so
Manchester traffic.
we got a good hour plus of reserve on board at the moment. Of course, when we're doing the longer legs, we're going to need to switch between the mains and the auxiliaries and all that type of stuff. We'll probably take a little extra fuel just because of where we are. Not a lot of services and stuff out there. I'm bringing lots of extra fuel filters for the fuel pump because I think in some of these places in Africa we're going to be pumping out of barrels. So somewhere around DTY is where we're going to be probably switching over to approach. So we should be descending down at that point. And manual descents in this aircraft. We'll just start heading down and we'll see where he tells us to start setting up for. And again, we'll be doing 1,000 foot per minute descents, not the big 2,000 foot that the airliners do. It's pretty dark out now. Sun is almost down. That default is, well, the default for Gibraltar is pretty good. You're right. There's the moon. We're looking good. Yeah, we got a little bit of distance on Kevin. I think he's gone out of visual range, but he's back there following along. Oh, somebody's up. Hi, no, it's okay. I know you heard something outside. It's okay. You lie down, okay? You lie down. We'll go out in a bit. Hi. Unfortunately, she's not good with sitting out by herself when I'm around. She always wants to be with me, so she won't go into another room and go to sleep or lie down or go play with her toys. She just curls up beside me. I know. You're going to have to lie down for a bit. Okay? Lie down. Good girl. Good girl. So this is Birmingham over here as we're trucking along here. We're passing by Manchester. It's now falling behind us on the right. And this is a bunch of aircraft coming out of London. We got like a shuttle, a Virgin, UAE, Emirates, I think that is, coming into Manchester, Virgin, and shuttle out of London, Emirates out of Dubai, another shuttle coming out of London, EasyJet out of Southampton heading to Glasgow. They're all coming up in front of us. We'll see their lights as they go by. 10 miles to go to TNT. So we're starting to close in on London. So aircraft coming up ahead of us. Alright, so we're going to get ourselves switched over now. So we're about 9 miles away. We're going to switch back over to the gyro pilot. We're going to come up here and we're going to switch over to the next frequency, the 116.4. We're going to dial in the next one of 1175. 1175. There we go. And we can pop back down here, and we're going to want from Trent to there is 168 degrees. pretty much there. Click it in on the localizer, and that should get us heading down towards the DTY viewer. Again, still dealing with that crosswind. Oh, aircraft underneath us. I think he's going into yeah, they're going into Manchester. There's East Midlands over there. There he is. Just make him out. And like I said, there's should be a couple more. There's a string of them coming in. There's another one coming in over there. There he is there. Good 270 knots now. So we're getting a bit of a push. Making good time. There's that aircraft there. It's either the BA shuttle or another EasyJet. Approaching the town of Derby. There he goes. And again, there's the lights of Birmingham. Been there a few times. Number of times actually. Been to some good concerts or classical music concerts. So again, when we get about 15 miles out from Derby, we're going to start down at 1,000 feet per minute. And then we'll let approach bring us in. We're going to ask for vectors to runway 27 right. So let's get the current weather for London. Alright, it's 20 degrees. Skies are apparently clear. It's 10 knot winds at 270. 10 miles of visibility, 10 miles plus, no ceiling, and 1018 is the current barrel. That's 24 minutes ago. Go pull up the ATIS, we'll see if there's any changes. Information Zulu, departing runway 27 left, arrival runway 27 right, wind conditions, surface winds, no clouds, tower open, QNH 1018, tower is open, departing aircraft make initial call, pilots are exercise caution, yada yada yada, and yada. Okay. We are looking good. .41 miles to go to the DTY VOR, otherwise known as the Daventry VOR. And the BPK VOR is the Brookman's Park VOR. Alright, so the next frequency, 117.5, is checked. We're going to want a heading of 130 when we do that switch over. Reading the text on VATSim, somebody's flying a helivac chopper. Looks like they're heading from the hospital back to RAF Cosford. Cool. Alright, so we're about 16, 17 miles from beginning our descent. And we've still got approach and tower online down at London Heathrow, I should say, as there are a few other things going on. Of course, he goes by the Heathrow approach. London South is up, but we're not going to enter him. We're coming in from the north. Basically, I think Heathrow is the northern border, so we'll already be under approach by the time we get down to there. (273 knot ground speed). And there's, I think that's London starting to come in on the horizon. Just getting our last bits of light over there. And as you can see right through the aircraft, through the windows, there is nothing in there. So we should be down just in time for the moon to set as well. VOR 2 is picking up the London VOR, which is currently 73 miles away, so that's our distance to London. Direct line to Heathrow Airport, 73 miles. And I think what I can do is I'm going to come over here. Oh, he's just a repeater. I can't set him individually. That's too bad. Really? He's got a transponder on that side too? Odd. Shouldn't have that. Should only be one. And this one is the one that's working. Getting the bounce signal. Let's turn that off. Does that turn this one off? Nope. Alright, that's still on. That's good. Okay, so we're 2 miles to go before we're going to start down. Coventry area traffic, Caribou 32, flight level 170, 14.5 miles from the Daventry VOR, leaving flight level 170, descending down for arrival into London Heathrow. Alright, so, altitude hold off. We're going to go to 1,000 foot per minute descent rate. Go one click back. There we go. Speed's going to come up as we're descending. We're not changing our power settings, but that is fine. So we're going to come over here. We're going to go over to gyro mode. We're going to pop up top. We're going to enter over to our next VOR, which is the BPK VOR at 117.5, and we want 130 degrees. So we're going to pop back down over here. We're going to dial this over to 130. There we go. And we will switch over to localizer. And we will follow the radio. Not turning. Let's try this again. Let's do it manually. It's 15,000 feet. There, we're going to aim sort of towards it. We'll bring the radial on to the one we're on, and then we'll go localizer. There we go. Sometimes you just got to finesse it a little bit. Alright, so we're going to switch over now to our frequencies. We're going to go to, zoom in a little bit here, we're going to go to approach 11973. So there's 11973. And we're going to go to tower on 118505.
Edinburgh 1507, location 1501, speed 180 knots, or greater.
180 greater scale, 1501.
Leave 950 Mike, leave Lamborn heading 265.
Alright, I'm going to tune in the frequency here of
Leave Lamborn heading 265 after Lamborn
110.3.
Golf Mike.
There's the ding. 110.3 on the localizer there. Heathrow approach, Caribou 32 with you descending through flight level 130 inbound the hang on a sec.
Caribou 1507 present heading cleared out at 27 right.
Clear at 27 right, Canadian 1501.
Sorry, and Caribou 32 is inbound the BPK VOR at 32 miles.
Question 32, hello there, Heathrow Director, Roger. Fly radar heading 155 degrees.
Fly 155 degrees, Caribou 32. Alright, so we're switching over to radar headings, and we're going to go to 155 degrees.
Good evening, Heathrow Director, Welcome heading 075.
We're going to keep that descent rate going.
Leave Welcome 075 and TC 0 not Foxtrot, and leave 500 Foxtrot.
507 Foxtrot, correct, landing 27 right.
Landing 27 right, leave 500 Foxtrot.
Academy 1501, speed 160 knots until 4 DME.
160 till 4 is Canadian 1501.
And there we go. There's 12,000, and we're going to do
1501, Tower now 18505.
descent checks.
18505, good evening.
Right.
And we're going to come up to the top.
732, descent, flight level 100.
Descending flight level 100, Caribou 32. Alright, we're going to switch over to the VOR for the ILS. And we're going to pop down. And we're going to dial this over to 269. Which is our heading for the ILS. And we're going to come level at 10,000 feet. So there's 1,000. Descent checks are done.
507 Foxtrot, descent altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1018, 26 miles, 27 right.
4,000 feet, QNH 1018, speed of 500 Foxtrot.
And Caribou 32, you can expect radar vectors now for the ILS approach, runway 27 right.
Roger, expecting radar vectors 27 right, Caribou 32.
Speed 9 Golf Mike, descent flight level 70.
Flight level 70, Speed 9 Golf Mike.
It's 300 feet.
Caribou 32, descent flight level 80.
Descend flight level 80, Caribou 32. Carrying on down. Trying to maintain at 1,000 feet per minute. Or just a little bit above. Bit of a balancing act here.
And Caribou 30, question Caribou 32, report your indicated airspeed.
Current indicated airspeed is 225 knots.
Caribou 32, thank you, maintain speed 220 knots or less.
Roger, maintain 220 knots or less, Caribou 32.
Speed 9, Golf Mike, turn left, heading 100 degrees.
Left down 100 degrees, Speed 9 Golf Mike.
8,000 coming up. This will start slowing us down.
Speed 507 Foxtrot, turn left, heading 360 degrees.
In-range checks.
3,000 feet.
7 1 2 degrees and
Super 9 Golf Mike, descent altitude 4,000 feet, QNH is 1018.
Fuel tank selectors. Mains
4,000
1,
feet,
crossing
QNH
north.
1018, Super 9
Iconic
Golf
1
Mike.
Mars Mill. Down. No smoking signs.
8,000 feet.
In range checks complete.
Speed's coming down to 200.
Super 507 Foxtrot, speed 180 knots.
180 knots.
Alright, this is going to get busy.
Super, Cushion Super 9 Golf Mike, speed 180 knots, stand by heading 090 degrees.
Speed 180 knots, left turn 090 degrees, Super 9 Golf Mike.
Alright, there's London laid out ahead of us. I think that's London City over there.
Super 507 Foxtrot, turn left heading 305 on that heading. When established localized, F27 right, descend with the glide.
7 left 05, I want to touch with right,
Super 9 Golf Mike, turn right heading 190 degrees.
and right 190 degrees, Super 9 Golf Mike.
Zebra direct about 520 over on the side of the 160 approaching table.
Flight 5 Hotel Romeo, hello there, Heathrow Director, Roger, descend now, flight level 80, speed 250 knots.
80 and 250 is about 520.
Super 9 Golf Mike, continue right turn heading 230 degrees.
Continue turn 230 degrees, Super 9 Golf Mike.
Super 507 Foxtrot, once established, speed 160 knots, till 40 ME.
Was established and turn up to the 40
Super 5, correction, Super 9 Golf Mike, turn right 240 degrees on that heading and established on the localizer, runway 279 to descend with the glide.
Further right 240 degrees on that heading, establish localizer and descend with the glide 27 right, Super 9 Golf Mike.
Caribou 32, turn left heading 100 degrees.
Turn left 100 degrees, Caribou 32.
Caribou 32, descent to altitude 5,000 feet, QNH is 1018.
Send 5,000 feet, 1018, Caribou 32.
Super 507 Foxtrot, for the channel 118.505, bye-bye.
118.505.
So I'm being, trying to concentrate here. Let's get up here, 1018. There. Nose down. We can go up to
Good evening to you, box 553, currently 40.6 miles from my taxiway.
What's your call sign?
Box 553.
Box 553, hello there, Heathrow Director, Roger, maintain flight level 130 and fly radar heading 145.
Thank you very much, fly heading 145 for box 553.
Super 9 Golf Mike, speed 160 knots until 40 ME. 60 until 4, 9 Golf Mike.
It looks like I'm being sequenced here, which is good. Heading down to 5,000 feet, 2,000 to go. You can see the aircraft out there coming.
Caribou 32, descend altitude 4,000 feet, turn right, heading 180 degrees.
Right turn 180 degrees and down to 4,000 feet, Caribou 32. So, right turn. And down to 4,000 feet. Let's try to keep that speed reasonable.
Box 553, are you able to go direct to the Birmingham BOR, Bravo November, November?
Do you have a frequency for it? For box 553?
Stand by.
degrees. 2,000 feet to go.
And box 553, the frequency for the Birmingham BOR is 113.75. Say again, 113.75.
We're going to do our 4 landings.
113.75, box 553, direct.
A-front, that is correct.
Thank you.
Caribou 32, reduce speed to 180 knots.
Reducing 180 knots, Caribou 32. Flaps 20.
Caribou 32, turn right now onto heading of 235 degrees. On that heading, cleared ILS 27 right.
235 degrees right turn, cleared ILS 27 right.
29 Golf Mike, tower now 118.505.
118.505, great work tonight.
All right, once again, she's not doing anything after the flaps, so we're going to abort.
That's Postman 39 Golf.
We're going to put the lights on.
Park 7 Golf. Postman 39 Golf, hello there, Heathrow direct, no problem. Climb now flight level 150. Climb now level 150, Postman 39 Golf.
That's flaps.
Box 553, you can descend flight level 80.
Descend flight level 80 for box 553, thank you.
All right, this is the pain part.
Lot 5 Hotel Romeo, you'll be landing 27 right, fly heading 260 degrees.
27 right on the heading 260, about 550 Romeo.
Gear down. Should be coming down. Yes, it is. Oh, we just blew through the ILS. Let's go to localizer. Nope. Autopilot off. We're doing this manually.
Heathrow Director, Speedbird 326, stand 525 with register start.
326, Roger, push and start is approved. In fact, hold position, I've got one inbound company going to start, so 2 minutes.
Hold for company traffic, Speedbird 326.
And Caribou 32, maintain speed 160 knots until 4 miles.
160 till 4 miles, Caribou 32.
Lot 2, Hotel Romeo, descend flight level 70, turn left, heading 220 degrees.
Down to 70 and left turn on to 220, about 550 Romeo.
And so 326, in a few moments you will see your company colleague, he will be parking on stand 523, so once the company is on 523, push and start is approved. Basis.
So could you repeat that for Speedbird 326?
So 326 FM, you'll see your company colleague just pulling in on the Yankee shortly, so after the company, once the company goes on 523, push and start is approved. Face east.
Up the company arrives on stand 523, push and start approved facing Speedbird 326.
Caribou 32 is established 27 right.
Caribou 32, Roger. Lot 5 Hotel Romeo, descent altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1018.
Descend 5,000, QNH 1018, about 550 Romeo.
Heathrow Director, Virgin 89 on taxiway Golf.
All right, props are fully forward.
Virgin 9, Equation Virgin 89, roger, taxiway Golf, Echo, hold Echo 1.
Taxi via Golf Echo and hold Echo 1 for Virgin 89.
7.5 miles. We're going to hold 160 to
Caribou,
4.
actually discount.
Slightly low. Slightly to the right. Alright, engines are good, fuel's good, everything's looking good.
39 Golf, Modest Honeycomb.
Don't know why she's not taking me through.
Honeycomb, Postman 39 Golf, right.
Oh, it looks like tower's offline.
Box 553, you can leave Bovington on heading of 130 degrees, you'll be landing on 27 right.
Thank you much, leave Bovington on heading of 130 degrees, landing 27 right, Mark 73. Thank you.
Lot 5 Motor Romeo, descent altitude 4,000 feet, speed 180 knots.
4,000 feet and 180 knots,
Heathrow approach, Shuttle 9 Victor at flight over 160.
Go back just a second, break, Speedbird. Question, Caribou 32, the surface wind 270 degrees at 10 knots, runway 27 right, clear to land.
Clear to land 27 right, Caribou 32.
Shuttle 9 Victor, good evening, speed 250 knots or less, descent flight 80.
250 less, descend flight level 80, Shuttle 9 Victor.
Lot 5 Auto Romeo, turn right now, heading 245, on the heading, clear to ILS 27 right.
So right from 240 and clear to the ILS 27 right.
Alright, we're not doing too bad. We're a little low, but that's fine.
553, maintain speed 220 knots.
Speed 160. And there's 4 miles.
And then go back on the frequency, contact to Alpha 10511.
30 degrees.
Then go flank, text to Alpha 10511.
Down to 140. So props fully forward, fuel's on the masters, gears down, lights are on.
Virgin 89 at Echo 1, you can make a second left turn on Alpha to hold.
Confirm lights are on. Speed's down to 120.
After Echo 1, left turn on
3 miles.
and hold Lowman
Flaps 40. Holding at 120.
Box 553, turn left, heading 115.
We're dragging it in.
That's
fine.
Lot 5 Auto Romeo, no ATC speed restriction.
2 miles, full flaps. Flaps down, gear down. Props fully forward. Speed's good. We're going to over the fence at 100. A little low. Now visual approach.
Box 553, descent flight level 70.
Not going to need reversers.
Descent flight level 70, box 553.
There's 100. 5. We're offline. That's fine. There's 95.
Shuttle 9 Victor, speed 220 knots.
220 knots, short 9 Victor.
Lined up.
Heathrow Director, Speedbird 326, request taxi.
326, taxi by Yankee and Alpha, hold Lowman.
A bit of a stutter there.
Taxi by Yankee Alpha. Could you repeat
100 knots over the fence.
Holding point is Lowman, that's just before taxiway Lima.
Engine's coming
Hold
back.
before Loma. Speedbird 326.
Box 553, descent altitude 4,000 feet, the QNH is 1018.
Descent 4,000 foot, QNH 1018, box 553.
And we are down. We're going to get off here at Alpha 7.
Caribou 32, welcome to Heathrow, you can exit left when able.
Yeah, roger, we are off at Alpha 7. We're just going to need a minute to clean up.
No problem. And are you passenger or cargo?
We're cargo. We're looking for spot one of the 600s down on the south cargo apron.
Okay, in that case, left turn onto either Bravo or Alpha, and then taxi via Lima, hold at Lima 1.
Roger, Alpha Lima, and we'll hold Lima 1 for Caribou 32.
About 5 Hotel Romeo, runway 27 right, data line, surface
let's
wind,
get
27
the after
vertical,
landing
10
done.
knots.
27 right face man, about 5 days ring.
Shuttle 9 Victor, Lee Bombington heading 120 degrees at 220 knots.
After landing checks.
Lee Bombington 120 degrees at 220 knots, Shuttle 9 Victor.
Alright, so there we are. Everything is looking good. So where is Lima 1?
Keep the directed speed by DC-6. I missed my turning and accidentally got on Bravo. It'd be okay to taxi on Bravo and then into taxiway Alpha.
Yeah, that's no problem. You can taxi as requested.
Roger, speed at DC-6.
Box 553, turn right, heading 180 degrees. You can reduce speed to 180 knots.
Flight 180 degrees and reduce speed to 180 knots for box 553.
So Lima 1. Where the hell is... Is it a hold? It's a hold line, right? There's November's. Alpha. Sorry, approach. This is Caribou 32. Just looking for Lima 1. Can you give me a reference point for that one?
Yeah, it's just after the stand 241. So if you look on Terminal 2B, stand 241, Lima 1 is actually just right next to it.
24. Roger, we got it on the parking chart. Thank you. All right.
Director, good evening, Speedbird 5
down over here.
Charlie, stand 521.
All right, let's get a external view here.
Alpha. Request Alpha, support it.
Yeah, call it back just a second.
We'll go with Alpha here. We're going to go to Lima and then
right
Lima
now,
1.
240 degrees. On that heading, we'll go to left, runway 27 down.
Thank you, 240, and to left, runway 27 right for box 3.
After 53 Papa Charlie, there is a slight amendment to your routing. I'll put it back shortly.
Alright, so we're going to Lima. This is, first one is Kilo.
And Speed 53 Papa Charlie, I got your amended routing when you're ready to copy.
Yeah, ready to copy. Speedbird 53 Papa Charlie.
Speed Papa Charlie, Roger. Initial routing will be Maxit, Yankee 803 Airway to Midhurst, Mike India Delta, then Lima 151 to CTET, Dennis Files.
Okay, so that's Maxit, Yankee 803, Midhurst, and Lima 151 to Sitet, Dennis Files, Speedbird 53 Papa Charlie.
Speed Papa Charlie, that is correct, and you are cleared to
We're going down the other side of Terminal 2 here. I
don't
know why there's no lights down here.
Cleared to board a Maxit 1 Golf.
Should be.
All correct, Spec Lot 5 Hotel Romeo, you can taxi left on Bravo at Kilo stand 235.
Welcome to Bravo, Kilo stand 235.
Shuttle 9 Victor, descend route 4000 feet, QNH 1018.
4000 feet, QNH 1018, Shuttle 9 Victor.
Alright.
Box 553, maintain speed 160 knots, operator until 40 evening.
160, operator for 40 meters, box 26.
Virgin 89, I continue taxi on Alpha all the way down to November Bravo to Echo.
continue taxi on
Oh, there's a Virgin down there.
To November Robert to Echo for Virgin 89.
So just looking at the parking chart, Lima 1 is right down before the intersection.
Box 553, clear to land 27 right, surface wind 270 degrees at 8 knots.
Thank you very much, land number 27 right, box 553.
Alright, so we did good. It's a nice flight. And yeah, fuel's all good. We got at least an hour's fuel left on board. Okay, holding short.
Caribou 32, you can taxi straight ahead, hold short of runway 27 left.
Roger, taxi straight ahead, hold short 27 left, Caribou 32. I'm going to pop out again just so we can see.
Gentleman, Victor, turn right now to heading of 180 degrees with his speed of 180 knots.
Kevin's on his way inbound, he's on the approach.
Right 180, reduce speed 180 knots, short 9 Victor.
Caribou 32, cross runway 27 left at November Bravo 3. Once vacated, you can taxi via Sierra and then take any stand onto the cargo apron.
Roger, cross 27 right at November Bravo 3 and then Sierra to the cargo apron for Caribou 32. Alright, so we're going across.
Virgin 89, line up runway 27 left.
Not 27 left, Virgin 89.
Virgin 89, traffic information, you've got a DC-6 just crossing the runway ahead.
Roger that, Virgin 89.
Gentleman Victor, right there now heading 235 degrees on that heading, cleared ILS 27 left.
234 speed on the heading, cleared ILS 237 right, short 9 Victor.
Alright, we're going to come down here to Sierra.
Box 553, would you like to do a visual switch to 27 left for shorter taxi?
Sure, for box 553.
Roger, then make a visual switch to 27 left, you got one departure ahead.
Roger, thank you very much for the visual switch to runway 27 left, box 553, visual catch rate.
Oh sure, you get the short taxi.
27 left, clear for takeoff, surface wind 270, 10 knots.
Clear for takeoff 27 left, Virgin 89.
Alright, so we're going to carry down on Sierra. We'll pull into the cargo apron over here. I wonder if what these guys are seeing me as.
Gentleman Victor, no ATC speed restriction.
No T speed restriction, short 9 Victor.
There goes the Virgin. There, I saw another one taxiing by, so he must be heading down for takeoff as well. Kevin will be down soon. Here's the South Cargo apron. That's where we're headed. This is the Royal area here. When the Royals fly out of London Heathrow, that's where they go. And their aircraft parks out front.
Box 553, runway 27 left, straight line.
Alright, we're going to go into the same one we were in before, and that was 603, so that is going to be the third one in.
Sherman Victor, runway 27 right, clear to land, surface wind 270 degrees at 10 knots, after landing, taxi stand of your choice.
It's clear to land 223 right and taxi to standard choice after landing, short 9 Victor.
Virgin 89, Monitor Unicorn 122.8, goodbye.
Monitor Unicorn 122.9, Virgin 89, thanks for the entry, up.
Right. And Caribou 8, question box 553, after landing you can vector left, taxi to Cargo Park.
Thank you, take it left, landing at Cargo.
Spirit 326, I'm going to be closing up shortly. Traffic information, you got one arrival on 27 left on short final. After that, there's no other traffic reported.
All right.
122.8.
Monitor Unicorn 122.
We are here. Fred, shut her down.
All stations, Heathrow Director is now closing. No further ATC at this time. Monitor Unicorn 122.8. I say again, Heathrow Director is now closed. Monitor Unicorn now 122.8. Good evening.
Maybe if I do this.
Parking brakes.
There we go.
Cut entrance.
All right, I can hear Kevin coming in, shutting everything down.
Parking checks complete.
Right, so ground power is in, wheel chocks are in, pitot covers are in, the rest of it is good there. We're going to start the deboarding.
Requested.
It will be Donata can do the deboard for us. All right, so they're going to go in, they're going to make sure the inside of the aircraft is all set and ready to go. It'll be loaded up over the weekend, and she will be ready to go on Monday. So it was a nice flight down. No. It was a good flight down from Edinburgh, a little bit of ATC, always good to see. We're going to open the exit. And we'll get the stairs down as well. Kevin should be down somewhere. And taxiing in. So we're going to leave it here. Thanks very much for coming along, guys. More DC-6 action coming over the next several weeks. We'll have our flights as we take the Caribou DC-6 Alpha from London Heathrow down to Cape Town, South Africa, with various stops along the way. Oh, there's Kevin coming in now. So they're going to do their thing here as they work on the aircraft. And we will see you all on the next one. Kevin, Liam, good to see you. And take care, everybody. Bye for now.